Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to the Cricket Happenings show today. And in this part of the Cricket Happenings show, well, there is one match which is currently underway, and that is between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Daredevils. And for both the teams, this match is very important in the context of things, because if they have to keep their hopes alive, they have to actually win this match. Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Daredevils in the IPL 2014 have been really struggling, and Royal Challengers Bangalore is something which is very surprising. And while I'm talking to you, the captain of the Royal Challengers Bangalore has been sent back to the pavilion, courtesy a run out, and that is something that nobody would like to. But Virat Kohli unfortunately has been run out. It was appeal for a run out, and Kohli was down the track by the time Rahul Shukla gathered the ball. In fact, Rahul Shukla fired it to the wicketkeeper Quinton de Kock, and Quinton de Kock broke the bails, and he's gone. So that's a big wicket gone for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Royal Challengers Bangalore currently have reached 50. They have lost to 2 wickets for 50 runs. And we are in the 9th over. Pardeep Patel is not out on 15 of 18 balls with 2 fours. AB de Villiers has just come onto the crease, not out on 2 of 2 balls. The only wicket to go was the first wicket to go was Chris Gayle after playing a pyrotechnical innings of 22 of just 16 deliveries. With I thought it hit 2 sixes and 4s, and he's gone. So I'll come back to that later. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the game that finished. It was the first game which was played between Chennai Super Kings and the Rajasthan Royals team. And Rajasthan Royals teams were the ones who actually won the toss and chose to bat. Well, the outcome was that Chennai Super Kings won the match by 5 wickets. And one thing that I would like to say here, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the Chennai Super Kings captain, once again coming to their aid here. Not only that, again the pressure was there. Chennai has always, they have really schemed their approach here. And with 12 runs required, once again the onus was on Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as you know, rarely fails, and that's what he precisely did. He actually hit those 12 runs by hitting a 6 of the bowling of James Faulkner and taking 2 runs, and then there was a fumble. Probably the match could have, one does not know whether the match would have actually ended in the 4th ball, but there was a fumble by Kawan Cooper, and that really enabled the Chennai Super Kings batsmen Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Ravindra Jadeja to scamper across for the 3rd run, and that was it. Chennai Super Kings winning that match by 5 wickets. Now, looking at the innings as far as the Rajasthan Royals were concerned, as the Rajasthan Royals won the toss and lifted to bat. As far as the Rajasthan Royals were concerned, well, they were 148 for 8 of 20 overs. What I would like to say here is that Rajasthan Royals today had a very new opening pair. They decided to experiment with Shane Watson, who was out of form, as you know, is the captain of the team, and he also was out of form, but he still decided to open the innings along with a new opener, Ankit Sharma. So basically they changed the opening combination. Well, that definitely worked for them, because both of them added 60 runs for the first wicket, with Ankit Sharma contributing a very impressive 30 of 27 balls with 4 fours and 1 6, and Shane Watson contributing a very hard hit and his first 50 in the Indian Premier League 2014. As you know, Shane Watson has been really struggling as far as the Indian Premier League 2014 is concerned, but definitely this partnership was very good, and Shane Watson clubbed some sixes of the bowling of I thought he hit Ishar Pandey for a 6, he hit Mohit Sharma for a 6. In fact, V. Shankar, who was actually making his debut, is an all-rounder from Tamil Nadu. He was actually making his debut. He got carted for 19 runs, and it was thanks to Shane Watson hitting 2 sixes in that bowling, the solitary over that V. Shankar bowled. He was very unimpressive. He's a medium-pace bowler, but he got carted for 19 runs because of Shane Watson really going after him. And look at Shane Watson's innings. It was a very hard-hit innings of 51 of 36 balls with 3 fours and 4 sixes. Now, other than that, talking about the opening other than the opening partnership, which added 60 runs, and also there was a time when Rajasthan were looking prettily placed at 84 for 1 after 10 overs. But what happened after that particular 10 overs was something which is not something Rajasthan wanted. The ball was actually gripping on the surface. Ravindra Jadeja made good use of it, bowling 4 overs no made and 2 for 18. Ravichandran Ashwin probably didn't bowl as he was expected to, and he got taken away for runs. In fact, he bowled 4 overs for 39 runs and 1 wicket. But Mohit Sharma was absolutely superb. He was absolutely on the money. He bowled 4 overs no made and 31 runs and 3 wickets. 3 overs for 18 for Ishar Pandey, and Samuel Badri bowling 4 overs 19 runs. But the only thing that I would like to say here, that Rajasthan were prettily placed, having raked the 84 runs of the first 10 overs, put up a very dismal display as far as the other batting was concerned. The other half, in the sense, after only the first two actually, and there were only three people who reached double figures, barring Stuart Binnie, who hit 2 sixes in the knock of 22 of 17 balls. Other than that, there's Ankit Sharma, Shane Watson and Stuart Binnie who reached double figures, and that is what enabled Rajasthan. But what was very sad is that from a start which was given, and they were 84 for 1 at one stage, and from there they collapsed in the sense they really ended up with a score which was just 148 for 8. That was thanks to the Chennai Super Kings bowlers, who really came right away. I mean, they came right at the right moment there. Ajinkya Rahane, who came one drop today, was run out for 4. KK Nair was out for 8. He was clean bowled by Badri. Binnie was 22, and today Steven Smith and Faulkner failed, which Steven Smith clean bowled by trying to play a ram shot against the bowling of Mohit Sharma, but Mohit Sharma was pretty smart and he slipped the ball straight and full, and Steven Smith was a goner, 9 of 8 balls with 1-4, and then Faulkner was castled by Jadeja for 1 with a slower delivery, and that was all over. Yakni was not out on 4. Bhatia made 7 of 4 balls with 1-4. Cooper not out, not playing his first game in the Indian Premier League 2014, and Rajasthan, as I said, at a score when they were 84 for 1, and finally finishing off by losing the balance 7 wickets for just 64 runs to end up with 148 for 8 of their 20 overs. As far as the Chennai Super Kings were concerned, well, Chennai Super Kings once again, Dwayne Smith, who has been a real has been a major part of the success of the Chennai Super Kings in the Indian Premier League 2014, once again started putting bat to ball, and he started smashing the bowlers. In fact, the Chennai Super Kings didn't have a good start, barring Dwayne Smith, who contributed 44 of 35 balls with 5 fours and 2 sixes. He played Praveen Tambe very well, I thought, and barring that, Faulkner also got taken for sixes by Dwayne Smith, who was hitting sixes down the ground, and as you know, he hits down the ground and hits it in a very powerful manner. Now, for Chennai Super Kings, the start was not good because they lost Brendan McCullum quite early. There were 2 persons who actually lost their wickets to sweep shots. One was Brendan McCullum trying to sweep Ankit Sharma, swept it into the hands of Nair. He was gone for 6 of 3 balls with 1-6. Suresh Raina also did the same, trying to sweep Ankit Sharma, caught by Bhatia for 2, and that made it 41 for 2. And then Dwayne Smith came on with this big hitting, and finally he succumbed after making 44 of 35 balls with 5 fours and 2 sixes to his West Indian teammate Kevon Cooper. After that, there was some pressure on that. Du Plessis was there at the crease, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni decided to send Ravichandran Ashwin ahead of him in the batting order just to get some runs. And well, Ashwin definitely obliged, but not in a big way, and Ashwin contributed 14 of 16 balls with 1-4, and Du Plessis and Dhoni were at the crease. So when Dhoni walked at the crease, they required some 44 of some 30 odd deliveries, but when Du Plessis was actually clean bowled by James Faulkner for 38 of 39 balls with 2 fours, and that was the time when half of the Chennai Super Kings side were in the hut at 121 for 5. There was pressure because when Du Plessis was out, there were only legally there were only 15 balls remaining, and they had to really score at a good clip there. But Mahendra Singh Dhoni, keeping a very calm head, got good support from Ravindra Jadeja, who actually smoked Faulkner for a 6, which as Dhoni mentioned in the post-match press conference, which was very important. He smoked the 6 of the bowling of Faulkner, and that really helped matters, as Mahendra Singh Dhoni, keeping a cool head, even though the match went down to the wire and the last over 12 runs were required. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, cool as a cucumber, first hit a 6 of a full-length delivery of the bowling of James Faulkner, and then went on to get 2 runs of the next delivery through the extra cover region. And as I said, in the 3rd delivery, he finished off in the 4th delivery of the 20th over. He finished off the match with Mahendra Singh Dhoni returning unbeaten on 26 of 16 balls with 1-4 and 1-6. Jadeja not out on 11 of 6 balls with 1-4, 1-6, and sent Chennai Super Kings in the end winning the match by 5 wickets. Now, as far as the bowling figures were concerned, I will just have a look at the bowling figures here. Ankit Sharma 4 overs 2 for 20, bowled pretty well. James Faulkner 3.4 overs, no maiden 1 for 37, taken to the cleaners today. Praveen Tambe also got some tap today, which was rare to see. 4 overs, no maiden, none for 34. Kevin Cooper playing his first game in the Indian Premier League 2014, 4 overs, 1 for 25. Rajat Bhatia bowled 4 overs for 30 runs. And Ravindra Jadeja, for his all-round performance of not only chipping in with 11 and also picking up 2 wickets for 18 runs, was named man of the match. In the meanwhile, dear fans and subscribers, I'm going to take you on to the cricket update here. Just giving it, Royal Challengers Bangalore are slowly recovering after losing Chris Gayle and Virat Kohli. They are currently placed at 77 for 2. We are in the 12th over. Parthiv Patel is not out on 27 of 25 balls with 4 fours. AB de Villiers is not out on 14 of 9 balls with 1 4. Just talking about this game, just talking about what really happened. It was Delhi Daredevils actually winning the toss and they elected to field. Chris Gayle actually got off to a real quick start here, making 22 of 23 balls with 1 4 and 2 sixes. And Virat Kohli, as I said, he was run out. So, well, they're currently 78 for 2 in the 12th over. So this is the cricket update. Now, the other thing that I would like to talk about is just looking at the composition of the English team which has been selected. As you know, Sri Lanka are touring England, and they have selected the 2020 squad and also the one-day international squad for the first 3 matches. But I'm not going to go into any of those details. But I would like to tell here that Michael Carberry has got himself included in both the versions of the game, which is good news. So Michael Carberry would be pretty much encouraged by seeing that. But there is no place for the persons who actually played for England in the World T20. No, there's no Luke Wright, there's no Stephen Parry, Dern Bash, Lumb has also been dropped. Stuart Broad is unavailable. But I was a bit surprised that Eoin Morgan would be captaining the 2020 squad. Alistair Cook will captain the one-day squad. But I was really surprised that Moeen Ali, who's an all-rounder, couldn't find a place, even though he did well in the tour of the West Indies. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I'm going to leave you here with this cricket update. Thanks for your company. But I think this should be a good game between Royal Challengers Bangalore and Delhi Daredevils. Whosoever wins would definitely get their chances. At least they would at least make sure that they at least keep their hopes alive. Because if any of the team is going to lose this match, Royal Challengers Bangalore has been struggling in the latter half of this tournament for sure. But well, whatever goes, one hopes that there is a good match which happens between Royal Challengers and Bangalore and Delhi Daredevils, which goes all the way down to the wire. I know that I am really rushing, but well, due to shortage of time, I have to, I have to combine a lot of house chores, office chores, and also doing this cricket show as a real passion for the game. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really concludes my cricket happening show for today. Hope you all loved it. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye for the day. Thank you.